When the word spirituality or God is mentioned, the first country that comes to mind is India. Century after century, India indeed has been the chosen land for many a divine incarnation. There are places in this country which are spiritual powerhouses. One such super sanctuary of peace is Prashanti Nilayam in the town of Puttaparthi in South India. It is the abode of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Named by him, Prashanti Nilayam literally means the place pulsating with supreme peace. Thousands throng this spiritual town every day, some as spiritual seekers, some seeking solutions for their varied problems, some as curious visitors, and for some, it is their wholesome holiday destination to rejuvenate their body, mind and soul. Prashanti Nilayam is open for all. It celebrates every religion, respects every culture, and welcomes people of all races, all lands, and all languages. It is located in the Anantapur district of Andhra Pradesh. This railway station is well connected to all major cities of India. Once you alight, there are a host of buses or three-wheeler auto rickshaws to bring you to Prashanti Nilayam, which is 9 kilometers away. As you make this journey, the first imposing edifice to greet your eyes is the unique super speciality hospital. This was built in 1991. Here, advanced cardiac, ortho, ophthalmic, urology, and plastic surgeries are done absolutely free of cost. The Sri Sathya Sai Airport too was built in 1991, 4 years before the railway station. It is generally used for the private planes of dignitaries. As you cross the Ganesha statue at the Enumalapalli cross, soon the Viaggio road begins. This is the main road, on either side of which are various educational institutions. But before this is the Sri Sathya Sai Gokulam that Bhagwan started in 1975. It has close to 100 milk-yielding cows who nourish the health of hundreds of students and devotees. The friendly staff at the Gokulam will let you visit some of these cows if you wish to. Now as you begin your journey on the Viaggio main road, you cannot miss the architecture of the Music Museum of the Sri Sathya Sai Mirpuri College of Music. This museum is not for visitors. Still, you will delight in its enchanting facade. This college offers multiple courses in Carnatic and Hindustani music. The next building on the left, with several extensions, is the Sri Sathya Sai Hostel for senior boys. Each one lives for the other, and all live for God, is the philosophy of this home of students pursuing from undergraduate to postgraduate, PhD and postdoctoral programs. Adjacent to this is the Srimati Ishwaramma Higher Secondary School. Named after Bhagwan Baba's mother, it caters to the primary and secondary school education needs of the local children and hence has no hostel. With a huge engraving of Lord Dakshinamurti, this building in the same line is the Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School for boys from grade 8 to 12. In 2014, it was adjudged one of the top 10 CBSE schools of India. Behind the school building is the famous Hillview Stadium, which in 1997 hosted an international cricket match between India 11 and World 11. Apart from a world-class cricket field, it has a spacious football ground. This is where the sports and cultural meets of the Sai educational institutions happen on January 11th every year. In the pinnacle of the stadium is the 65-feet Hanuman, which is an engineering marvel. Below this, you have imposing statues of several divine incarnations representing all major faiths of the world. In the northwest corner of the stadium is the Chaitanya Jyoti, a much sought-after place of interest for every pilgrim. Its design is a fusion of ancient and modern world architecture. In it, you have the life, mission, and message of Bhagwan Baba through images, graphics, animations, audio and video presentations. Timing 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday holiday. Besides the Chaitanya Jyoti, the building with the bewitching statue of little Krishna is the primary wing of Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School. This is a school cum hostel for girls studying in grade 1 to grade 12 and for boys from grade 1 to grade 7. On the other side of the road, the series of buildings with statues of Goddess Saraswati and Ganesha are part of the Prashanti Nilayam campus of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, a deemed-to-be university. All the undergraduate, postgraduate, doctoral programs, as well as professional courses in this college are offered absolutely free. An integral part of the college campus is the indoor stadium, which is a sportsman's delight, with international standard facilities for students in pursuit of badminton, table tennis, volleyball, basketball, squash, and lawn tennis. Though the facilities here are meant only for the students, visitors can spend time in the commemorative building of the stadium, which gives an overview of Bhagwan's education mission. Timings 10 to 11:30 a.m. on all days. Right beside this is the very special resting place of Sai Geeta, Baba's pet elephant. The stories of her devotion to Baba are legendary. For every devotee, she remains as an eternal inspiration. In the same compound is the Sri Sathya Sai Space Theatre, inaugurated by Bhagwan in 1985. It is part of the university, but is open for visitors. Needless to say, like most services in Puttaparthi, it is free. Timings 9:30 a.m. on all days. The second arch marks the end of this stretch of road which houses all the schools and college buildings and therefore aptly called the Viaggio Road. As you leave the Viaggio complex, a road on the left takes you to a historic site wherein there is a huge banyan tree. It is the Vatavriksha, a boon for spiritual aspirants, because in 1959, Baba installed under this tree a mystic copper plate with supernatural powers to help spiritual seekers in their meditation. As you go up further on this road, the white and grey structure with Shikhara style of architecture is the Sanatana Samskruti Museum. It houses the main precepts of the major religions of the world, alongside the life and teachings of many sages, saints, and spiritual masters. Adjacent to this museum is the elegant administrative block of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. The Chancellor's room in this building contains many precious memorabilia related to Baba's earthly sojourn. This, however, is not open to general public, but to special interest groups with prior permission. Beside this is the Sri Sathya Sai Archives, inaugurated in November 2018. Inside it are scientifically designed exclusive vaults for various types of media: audio, video, photos, documents, and so on. This is the central storehouse of all archival material concerning Baba's life, mission, and teachings. On the way down from the hill to one side is the Sai Srinivas guest house, meant for highly esteemed dignitaries like presidents and prime ministers. On the other side is the Sri Sathya Sai General Hospital, one of the earliest institutions set up by Bhagwan. Inaugurated in 1956 as a rudimentary healthcare facility, it has grown over the years to have 9 departments and over 125 beds catering to all primary and secondary healthcare needs of the rural population around Puttaparthi. All services here too have been offered free of cost right from the beginning. In the compound of this hospital is a serene shrine dedicated to Shirdi Sai. Along the way, we pass by the bus stand, which has regular buses to Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Anantapur, Chennai, and a host of other towns and cities on a daily basis. There is also an extension counter of the Indian Railways at the bus stand. The entrance to the Prashanti Nilayam ashram is just a few meters away. This is the eastern gate and the main entrance to the ashram for all the pilgrims. As you go down the road comes the huge Gopuram, the ceremonial entrance of the ashram. This gate is called Gopuram Gate and is used largely for vehicular entrance into the ashram. Before we go into the ashram, let's explore a little the village of Puttaparthi. The Prashanti Nilayam township came into being in 1950. The ashram then was in the outskirts of the village, but now the village has grown into a bustling international pilgrim center. The main attractions on this side of Puttaparthi are the historic temples, the oldest one being the Sathya Temple. This shrine is dedicated to the village goddess Satyamma or Satyabhama. Another old place of worship for the villagers is the Venugopala Swami Temple. This one is dedicated to Lord Krishna. Puttaparthi was earlier called Gollapalli as it was abundant with cows and cowherds, reminiscent of the times of Lord Krishna. In the same cluster of holy places is also located the temple of Lord Hanuman. Though the main deity is Hanuman, there are several other shrines in the temple courtyard, including the Navagrahas or the 9 planets of fortune. Close by is the Shivalayam, adored as the birthplace of Bhagwan Baba. Bhagwan was born on November 23, 1926. While all these shrines are at the end of Gopuram Road of Puttaparthi, the street next to it is the Samadhi Road. A must-visit site here is the sacred resting place of Baba's earthly parents, Srimati Ishwaramba and Sri Pedda Venkapparaju. Baba visited the Samadhi every year on May 6th, on the day of the passing of his mother, and fed the poor and distributed clothes to the needy. We now come back to the main entrance of the ashram. The road in front of this is the Chitravati Road. Towards the end of the street, on top of a little hillock which oversees the river Chitravati, is the Kalpa Vriksha. If you are game for a healthy trek of 200-odd steps, you will love this spiritual adventure. As a little child, Baba gave whatever his playmates wished from the branches of this tree, from out-of-season fruits to pens and sweets. It is therefore called the wish-fulfilling tree. River Chitravati is the sacred stream on the banks of which Baba played in his childhood. In fact, it was on these sands that any number of devotees were witness to amazing manifestations of divinity and grace decade after decade. Every Thursday evening, a bhajan and aarti is done here in reverence of this holy river. Let's now take this road and finally enter the Prashanti Nilayam ashram. As you step in, you are welcomed by Lord Ganesha. Prayer sessions of the ashram begin from here early in the morning every day. Next to it is the temple of Lord Subramanya or Kartikeya or Muruga, a much revered deity in South India. For the convenience of visitors, a branch of the accommodation office is present right at the entrance. Pilgrims who wish to stay in halls, which have comfortable beds, can check in here itself. The main accommodation office is located next to the North 9 block. Indian and overseas visitors who would like to stay in rooms can contact the office here. Coming now to food, the township offers 3 facilities: a South Indian canteen, a North Indian canteen, and a Western canteen. Food in all these three canteens is prepared in a hygienic and devotional environment and offered at much subsidized prices. However, every day, there is a free lunch offered as prasadam to any devotee who joins the prayer sessions in the morning, where these coupons are given. These free meals are served in the Nitya Annadana Seva building, which is next to North 4 block. There is also a shopping complex, which is a veritable supermarket stocked with provisions, clothes, toiletries and vegetables to all items of daily use. Additionally, there is a bakery, popcorn unit, snacks counter, ice cream stall, tender coconut stall, and coffee shops at various places in the ashram. If you are looking for literature on Baba, or audio-video products, or pictures of Baba to take home with you, you have the aesthetically designed publication division of the Sri Sathya Sai Sadhana Trust. There are books in more than 25 languages in this complex. In the same building, there is also a library cum reading room for those who love to be quiet and spend time reading. The office of Sanatana Sarathi, the ashram monthly magazine, is also housed in this building. The ashram's media house is Radio Sai, which offers 24/7 radio channels in English and Telugu, apart from a number of audio and video productions which are served to the devotees through their website, www.radiosai.org. Large spaces inside the ashram premises have been turned into lovely gardens. In these peaceful spaces are located the temples dedicated to Mother Gayatri and Mother Lakshmi. There is also a Sarva Dharma garden with its beautiful statue of Umbrella Ganesha and beautiful sculptures of Lord Buddha, Lord Jesus, and so on. The Prashanti Nilayam township is an eco-friendly, self-sufficient community. Thanks to the Sri Sathya Sai Mitra project launched by the Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust, not only are all major institutions, be it the hospitals, schools and colleges, but every building complex inside the ashram planned to be completely powered by solar energy by 2020. There are sewage treatment plants to recycle water, which is used for the lawns and gardens. The efficient water management and adoption of water harvesting techniques have ensured that the ashram never runs out of water, even though it is located in a potentially dry district of Andhra Pradesh. This township has been built by dedicated selfless service of volunteers called Seva Dals, who come from all states of India on a rotation basis. It is they who have nurtured the ashram with great love and devotion. The men with blue scarves and women in orange scarves are present in all areas of the ashram to facilitate all the activities of the ashram in serving the pilgrims. The heart of Prashanti Nilayam, the powerhouse of this place, is the Sai Kulwant Hall, where hundreds and thousands every day prostrate at the Maha Samadhi of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. This is the hall where millions have seen Baba, touched him, talked to him, and have been transformed by his pure love. And this story continues even today. Every morning at 8, prayer sessions begin here with Veda chanting, followed by bhajans for half an hour till 9:30 a.m. After this, devotees can come closer to the Samadhi and even touch the shrine as they offer their prayers. In the evenings, the Veda chanting begins every day at 4:30 p.m. and after 45 minutes begin bhajans, which go on till 6 p.m. Devotees are again allowed to go near the Samadhi till 7 p.m. when the second arati is reverentially done as a last prayer offering for the day. Right behind this sanctum is yet another space of immense sanctity, which is generally called the Bhajan Hall. In earlier times, this is where Baba used to sit during the bhajan sessions. This is indeed the inner sanctum sanctorum of Prashanti Nilayam, wherein the main altar is a beautiful silver idol of Shirdi Sai. Every single day, prayers are done here in a ritualistic manner. Devotees are allowed entry to this hall during the Suprabhatam at 4:30 am, as well as during the morning puja and rituals which go on till 7:30 am. Beside the Sai Kulwant Hall is the Purna Chandra Auditorium, a huge pillarless hall. This is where major public functions were held till the mid-1990s, that is, before Sai Kulwant Hall came into being. Even in the later years, a 7-day-long Dasara Yajnam always happened in this hallowed premises. This celebration continues here even now. In front of the Purna Chandra Hall is the 50-feet Sarvadharma Stupa, inaugurated by Bhagavan on his 50th birthday in 1975. At its base are the symbols of all major world religions, and on its crown is a fully bloomed lotus symbolizing spiritual enlightenment. This stupa, in a nutshell, represents the universal message of unity that Bhagavan always emphasized. There is only one religion, the religion of love. There is only one caste, the caste of humanity. There is only one language, the language of the heart. There is only one God. He is omnipresent. And the way to attain this all-powerful, all-pervading God, as Baba says, is by sincerely practicing the principle, love all, serve all, help ever, hurt never. This is indeed the message engraved in the Samadhi of Bhagavan, and which gets ingrained into the psyche of every person who comes into the Sai fold. No person who steps into Puttaparthi leaves untouched by the purity and serenity of the sacred hamlet. That is why it is called Prashanti Nilayam, the abode of supreme peace.